Good evening, Samurai! Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel, welcome to the Vortex. My name is Ezio, and I will be your guide this evening as we once more journey onto streets well travelled at this point as we venture into the darkness, into the madness of the city of Arkham. But for that, hail, Stray Girl, and thank you very much for the resub. 8 months in a row, much appreciated, and welcome back to the Inner Circle, Samurai. Hail, Hoodlum! This the end of the game? Maybe. Probably not, for reasons that will become clear very soon. Hail, Nintendo, welcome. Is that everyone? Hiding from the Zelda leaks? Well, you will find no Zelda leaks here, nor Zelda tomatoes, nor mushrooms, nor Korok seeds. But anyway, yes, with that, hail real spawn, there we go. And to each and every one of you, be you a chatter, be you a lurker, welcome. For those of you who couldn't join us on the previous leg of our journey, we ventured forth and we completed nearly all of the Riddler trophies. We've at least got them all for Batman. And now we're going to finish them up for Catwoman. We've got all Catwoman's loot as well, so we've just got to finish the Riddler trophies for Catwoman, finish the Riddler sub-story for Batman, double check that we've done everything in the main campaign, and then into the DLC, into the world of Harley Quinn's revenge. So with that said, come, join me as we once more step foot into the Vortex, as we continue to travel and traverse the world, the realm of Batman, Arkham City. Our destination lays before us, the controls are set, and as always, the PC is turned on, obviously. So let's go! Shall we? Boop. Haha! Hit the right button for a change. That's impressive, isn't it? Do. Boom. Do. Mentioning Zelda, I saw an interesting article on my phone today from Yahoo Auto, of all things, which had the grand and spectacular revelation that you're not supposed to collect all 900 Korok seeds. Well, why didn't somebody tell me that? Apparently, shockingly, to ensure that you get enough seeds to unlock the inventory without needing to find all of the seeds. I think Nintendo just really wanted to be mean. Don't even get anything special at the end of it. Just a golden poo.
Any prison is better than this.
All of that for a golden whippy. Yes, indeed. That smells really bad. It was supposed to be a joke. And I'm not laughing. Well, I was, maniacally, as the last dregs of my sanity left my body. But other than that, I am emotionally scarred for life. Of all my own making, I really accept, because nobody forced me to do the Korok seeds. That was entirely my choice. Do not do all of the Korok seeds in Zelda Breath of the Wild, not unless you're insane. To the steel mill. Yes, to the steel mill. I very nearly did the big shouty shout there. Right. Doop ba doop ba boop ba boo doop ba doop ba doop. Right, so we've got all of those. Oh yeah, I've missed one in amusement. Okay, never mind. We'll do amusement mile next, actually. Do an amusement mile. There we go. Oops. That whip is surprisingly long.
They're letting us starve.
Do 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 do. Wrong button. Man, how would you love to be the blimp pilot? Can you imagine being in that blimp this entire night, watching what's going on the ground? Seeing Batman occasionally glide over and punch a goon in the face on a rooftop? watching all of the helicopter gunships shooting up Arkham City, watching the Wonder Tower explode. Man, the police officers in that blimp must have had one hell of a story to tell. I'm kind of jealous. Apart from, you know, I'm running around as Catwoman. And not punching goons in the face because we haven't encountered any yet. The blimp would be the safest place to be. Shame Batman's grapple isn't long enough.
Wayne's dead. He has to be. No way that wimp would survive here.
Now, it says that the oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to guess that to get that trophy, I need to go down here. Yeah. And then I go through the hole that Batman made. Then I climb on here, and that's how we do that. Reserved for James Gordon, H. Abrams. What? No Harvey? No, wait, no. Harvey Dent's Two-Face. What was the other police officer's name?
Let the animals tear each other to bits. Yeah, that's the way to deal with criminals.
Bullock. No Bullock. Poor Bullock doesn't get a parking space. Though he is canonical to the Arkham franchise, considering he's in Arkham Origins. I can't remember if he makes an appearance in Arkham Knight. It would be cool if he does, but I don't remember seeing him. I wonder if canonically, if something happens to him, like the Ratcatcher, or kill him off, or if he is actually, he is in the GCPD, we just don't see him, or he's off the Bloodhaven, or he was organising the evacuation. I don't know. He was in the donut shop. That was his fortification. Also, shrimp. Evil shrimp. Excuse me. Oh, wait a minute. I've gone the wrong way. Lost! What? And?
Arkham City's worse than the old. Someone needs to go get a refund.
Who let Catwoman in here?
What a way to get knocked out. Right.
You won't forget me. Your mommy won't recognize you when I'm done.
Right. For that. Oh, is that right in the junk? Oh, wait a minute. Is this inside? It might be inside, actually. Oh, wait. Oh. No, it can't be there because I've not got the ice cream. Yeah, maybe it is inside. Be amazed if it is, though. Catwoman trophy, inside building. No, it is. So, I'm just a dingus? Oh, I am just a dingus. There we go, found it. Right, that should be all of the trophies for Amusement Mile. So that's 2 down. 1 for the Industrial District. None for the Subway. None for the Bowery. Many for the Steel Mill. None for there, none for there, none for there. So yeah, it is literally just the Industrial District and the Steel Mill. Well, there's that one. On top of the Steel Mill. There's that. You know what? Apart from a new keyboard, which I think I probably need because the key switches on my current one are dying. At least a couple of them are. The E isn't what it used to be. Just drowned Catwoman. Whoops. I think I might invest in a better controller as well. I mean, this old Xbox one's doing wonders, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe it's time I get an upgrade. Either that, or I could continue being the cheap... I was going to say a word that I don't say on stream. The cheap muppet that I am, and just not. Why can't I get over that? This is annoying. That works, sure. Any thoughts on the Asus ROG Rally? Oh, do you mean the Steam Deck variant thing? The Asus's answer to the Steam Deck. It was a really weird announcement. Announced on April Fool's. Look, April Fool's joke. Lol, not April Fool's joke. Actually real. Well, it's just... I mean, I see no point. If I've already got a Steam Deck, it's a bit pricey. It's a bit pricier than the more expensive of the Steam Decks. Why would I buy it? I mean, when Linus Tech Tips did their video, one argument they had for it is it's nowhere near, it's not as loud as the Steam Deck. At which point I had to do a double take and go, "You think the Steam Deck is loud?" Because I've not noticed any major fan noise. So either you're really sensitive to fan noise, or it's a case that something's going on here. But yeah, I'm probably not going to get it. It is not more Is it not more powerful? Probably is more powerful. Probably is more powerful. But you also have to remember that it's not running SteamOS, which means that you may potentially run into issues where... found the Catwoman trophy. Where you may potentially run into issues where it doesn't want to work properly. You're using a modified version of Windows, so any power savings any power increase you get from the updated hardware, you may very well lose out in terms of, well, Windows. So, I mean, I'm going to save my money. I mean, if you've not already got a Steam Deck, then, and it looks something appealing to you, then all the more power to you. But for me, I'm not going to bother just yet. Or at all, probably. It's the same, it's a similar, well, actually, yeah, for me, it's a similar argument for why I've not gone for the Switch OLED. Because I see no point forking out the money for an entirely new Switch when all that's different is the screen and the charging dock. If they'd increase the power of the unit, then yes, sure, I'll upgrade to it. But at the same time, it's just, My Steam Deck works perfectly for me, and I'm not planning on playing any AAA titles on it at the minute. So, what the dickens do I get this trophy? Oh wait, am I a dingus? No, I'm not a dingus. That's not how I do that. Right, so there's a claw grab thing there, so I must be able to get it down here. PS5 Pro is meant to be happening next year too. Really? Really? PS5 Pro, the PS5 has bugger all releases for it. How could they justify a PS5 Pro? The stuff I've got for my PlayStation is PS4 titles. I think I've got 2 for PS5, 3 if you count the upgraded version of Ghost of Tsushima. I see absolutely no point in that. Have I been sleeping on this? Has there been like several massive AAA releases for the PS5 that I've completely overlooked? What? Why do we need a PS? How long has the PS5 been out anyway? I mean, okay, it's not a new generation, but still, that baffles me. It really does. It's only that desperate for some added revenue that they're just going to say, yeah, well, we'll just PS5, bro. Yeah, go us. Blast. I'm gonna have to go through this maze again. Yeah, there's strong reports for a dev kit being sent to first-party devs. Really? Okay, well, PS5 has been released for 2.5 years. Good. Bennett, really? That's nothing. That's seriously? Right, okay then. I'm not buying it, that's for sure. I see no point in buying a PS5 Pro. I've barely even got the use out of my PS5, let alone using the PS5 Pro. The only thing is that I get some slightly better frame rates in the Yakuza games, and that's about it. A lot more Xbox 360 variants, though. Well, you say Xbox 360 variants, but there was the Xbox 360 and the Xbox 360 Elite. I remember those two. And the only reason I got the Elite is my sister wanted her Xbox 360 back, so I got the new one. So, other than that... Well, either way... Right, there is a Catwoman trophy supposedly here. Or, oh, did I go the wrong way? I might have gone the wrong way. Oh, wait a minute, no, maybe I didn't. Maybe that's the one, Yeah, you had the Xbox 360S and stuff, blimey. Well, that shows how much attention I was paying at the time. Ah, there we go. No, that's... yeah, okay. So this way. And this way. This way. This way. Haha! Big brain moment. I only got lost nearly once. Yeah, I'm not going for the Asus handheld, the Asus handheld, because I see no point for it. It's like why I haven't gone for the other Steam Decky looking variant-y things. It's just the Steam Deck hardware seems to be doing a decent enough job with what I use it for, which is mainly Assassin's Creed Syndicate at the minute. Outside of that, sorry, I'm adjusting my watch as well. Outside of that, most of them are going to be indie titles that I've got on my backlog list or some retro stuff. If I want anything fancier, then I can just use the Linux mode in it, so yeah. I mean, I suppose it comes down to personal preference, but for me, I don't see the point. I mean, it was always going to end up happening. Don't get me wrong, people were always going to go, well, the Steam Deck's selling like toast, let's do that, because you had the Switch, and then then you had Valve go and do that. Bad Ezio. Then had Valve go off and, well, Valve made the Steam Deck, which was it's pretty much a Switch killer. The only thing between the Steam Deck and the Switch is that Nintendo have their first-party titles. But as far as I'm concerned, the Steam Deck's the superior handheld on the principle of just the amount of power that's behind it. That's one complaint I've always had for the Switch. It's revolutionary, don't get me wrong. It's brilliant. I love my Switch. But it does feel underpowered. Nintendo have this really nasty habit of always going for last gen's hardware. I understand why. Last gen's hardware is proven. It's stable. They know that there's not going to be a meltdown or something, and it's going to be alright. But then they try and make something like Breath of the Wild, which for 99% of the time works fine. Well, I'll say 98%. The other 1% are random crashes every so often, and the massive slowdown in Korok Forest, as well as I think a couple of other places. It's definitely noticeable frame drop, just because the hardware can't keep up. I think it's this way I'm going. Yep. First Catwoman trophy we found. Oh, that's locked. Okay. Right, oh, there we go. There were 5 different Xbox 360s. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Well, in fairness, how long was the Xbox 360's reign? That was out for a long time, unless my memory's going. Bab. There's one there and one there. Mid-2000s, I think the Xbox 360 came out originally. And how long was it? So the Xbox 360 came out in the mid-2000s. How long before they released the Xbox X? Or was the Xbox One that took over? I think it was the Xbox One that took over from the 360, wasn't it? 11 years. There you go. 5 variants over 11 years is fine, because hardware moves on. So yeah, keep the base architecture and just improve it pivotally. But a PS5 Pro after 2.5 years? You also have to bear in mind that when they released the PS5, no blighter could get their hands on it. Also, and I'm sorry to keep banging on about this, but there's no bleeding games. There's, what, a handful of remakes, and I think a few new releases, at least on the radar, but other than that, it's just... Why? Why would I fork out for a PS5 Pro when I've already got a PS5 that can already play all my PS4 games? And if I had a PS4 Pro, why would I fork out for a PS5 Pro when there's no point, because I could just play the same games on my PS4? So it makes me despair sometimes. Either that, or I've got the complete wrong end of the stick and I'm making a complete muppet out of myself, but we'll see. And there's Nintendo going, oh, but yeah, we don't need a Switch Pro. Whee, there we go. Right, so I need to go through that door then. I'm guessing this trophy is on the underside of this walkway. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Complete all 40 Catwoman riddles. You don't see that because I'm in the way, but I did just get that message. Catwoman, there we go. There we go. Park Row, done. Amusement Mile, done. Industrial, done. Subway, done. Bowery, done. Steel Mill, done. Museum, done. Wonder City, done. Physical challenges, done. Tears of the Kingdom will be the true test of the Switch. You're right. You are absolutely right, Hoodlum. Tears of the Kingdom will very much be the test. It'll be the sink or swim moment for the Switch. I'm maintaining if the Switch struggled with Breath of the Wild in places, Tears of the Kingdom is either going to have to rely very, very heavily on the engine, that Breath of the Wild engine, to the point where it's just story integration and a few bits and pieces, or the Switch is going to or the optimization is really going to have to be perfect. I can't imagine, since it's all in the same game engine, that it's going to be vastly different from Breath of the Wild in terms of graphic fidelity and stuff. Like, I'm not anticipating a massive graphical overhaul. It's also the same Hyrule to a degree, so I can also expect them not to have some bright new vistas and breathtaking, well, I say breathtaking, more breathtaking than the original Breath of the Wild, but at the same time, we'll see. We'll see. You sure you can't finish the Riddle and Harley Quinn's Revenge tonight? I'm not sure anymore. What time? How long will you stream? I've been streaming 30 minutes and we've nearly finished the campaign. Okay, we might finish this game this evening. And if we do, well, I've got time to I've got a bit of time on Saturday to sort out all the thumbnails, etc., etc. I'll probably be how Nintendo made Majora's Mask, using basically using the same game engine, many of the similar assets, but manipulating various bits and pieces and adding some new pieces in to make it a different game. You know what? I think you probably hit it on the head, Spawn. You pretty much summed up my lengthy diatribe into a sentence. So well played, sir. I like how they made it. Yeah, similar to how they did New Vegas, where they basically just took the engine and the assets and made a different, brilliant game out of what they had. I think you're right. I think that's what they're going to do with Tears of the Kingdom. And you know what? That's not a bad thing, because Breath of the Wild was good. I wouldn't say it deserved all of the praise. It wasn't this massively flawless game. It had its flaws, but yeah, it was most certainly a good game. I enjoyed it. I loved that game. It's just the Korok seeds pushed me to my limits, and the Trials of the Sword nearly pushed me to tears. Not for the reason you might expect. Batman, we meet again.
There's still work to do here in Arkham City.
Whereas for Catwoman, the story is now over. Right, so with that done, the only place left for us to go is to the Riddler hideout.
Heard Bruce Wayne got put in Arkham City. I'd like to get fat. Son of a bitch.
No, you wouldn't. He'd probably kick your backside. Just saying. It was only those beginning trials. You know what? You're right. It was the beginning trials. Beginning trials were a nightmare. After that, it was pretty much smooth sailing. We did, what, 2 runs of the intermediate and final trials. Admittedly, I used guides, but, well, I say guides. I used a video tutorial to give me a helping hand.
Stuff's snowing.
And then I got shade from chat because I blew up a bunch of horses. They were digital constructs made by the monks. Complaining.
How do we know they ain't a third?
You know what? That one line. 2 Jokers, how do we know there's not a third? Probably had a lot of forums going mad saying, ah, yes, the Joker's still alive. No, this isn't a did. Oh, no, the Joker's alive. This was just a trick. He didn't die.
Being watched all the time.
I must admit, I still remember the shock I felt when I first played this game on release. And you get to that ending and it's just, oh, they did that. They really did that. So how is Batman's cape still working when, you know, it's completely obliterated? Wait a minute. I've made a fool of myself on this one. There we go. Oh, it's the door we couldn't get into before. Gee, is it open now? Yes, it is. What a shock. Green footprints. Okay then. Ah. And explosives strapped to the door. Well, we're not going that way then.
That's right, worms. Keep walking. You remember how to walk, don't you?
Riddler, when I get out of here, I'm gonna hurt you for this. You hear me?
Come now, Mr. Cash. In order to hurt me, you would have to break free from the predicament you currently find yourself in, and attack me in such a way that does not cause me to press this remote detonator, distributing your primitive DNA all over the walls.
I'll do it.
You'll try, I'll give you that.
I
But I
like
doubt you will
Cash.
succeed without blowing yourself up. Oh, and I'm sure I mentioned the remote detonator I have here. One press, Cash. You ignorant buffoons will be all over the walls.
I can walk all night, Riddler.
Good. Let's see if you still feel the same tomorrow.
I like Cash. He reminds me of Sergeant
Riddler's
Johnson.
attached explosives to his hostages. If they stop moving, they'll die. I can't get in their way.
I wonder if they share a voice actor. They do sound kind of similar.
Make it stop.
I wonder where Cash is.
Don't let him win, people! What do you want from us? Let us
There he is.
go.
Hey, Cash.
Cogs? No, he'll work that out. I could steal that shark from Penguin. There's no way he could get past a shark. Could he? No, it's gotta be better than that. Too many variables. What if he has some kind of shark contingency? He'll get past it. Lasers.
Oh! Whoops!
This is hardly a surprise. I always knew I was better than you.
Oh, shut up. I don't know why the thing exploded. Batman specifically said, if they stop, they die. They didn't stop. They were still walking. It's just their helmet exploded because reasons.
I can't go on anymore!
Make it stop. I'll find you, Riddler. Let us go.
Oh well, never mind. Hello!
What? This cannot be happening. Do you really expect me to fall for this dark night? I know you won't kill me.
True, but you can't say the same about the others, can you?
Get your ass moving, Riddler.
You can't tell me what to do.
Do I need to press the button?
What? No. You'll pay for this, Batman.
You sure this thing won't work?
No. But there's no point in letting him know that, is there?
There we go. Rescue all hostages from the Riddler. Interview unlocked. Riddler 4 of 4. Nice.
I know you were lying, Strange. There is no way that you could have figured it out. It's some kind of trick. It must be.
Oh, I use no tricks, no childish puzzles. I simply created a psychological profile of the man most likely to be the Batman, and then matched it against the most logical candidate. I was right, of course.
Well, who is he?
Ah, but that would spoil the game for you, wouldn't it?
You must tell me. I implore you, Strange.
Really, Edward? If I could figure it out, it must be child's play for you.
But I...
Interesting. Tell me, Edward, how is the Riddler like a blank dictionary? You're both at a loss for words.
I love these two. I could listen to those two bicker back and forth for hours. What have we got?
Haven't won here, Dark Knight.
Unclaimed. No, I've claimed all of your trophies, mate. Joseph Adams, Rebecca Taylor, somebody's dead. Martin Pascal. Dead man walking list. Oh, 2 people have died. Aaron Cash. Campill and Jimmy.
I'll get out of this thing, and I'll humiliate you too.
What happens if I go around here?
What are you doing? You're in my way. Get out of my way.
Batman automatically walks out the Riddler's way.
I couldn't have kept going for much longer. You got here just in time.
Oh wow, there's a lot of
I
doctors.
couldn't have walked for much longer. Why did he do this to us?
Insane.
Bitch, walk forever. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Leave him with me, Batman. It's payback time. Don't worry, Batman. I'll teach that creep a lesson. I'll keep him walking all night, and when he realizes he's been fooled, I'll drag his ass back to a cell.
Hail, dark and cloudy, and cheers.
This isn't over. Get out of my way.
Don't worry, Batman. I'll teach that creep a lesson.
Okay then, well that's done. And so, I guess the only thing left to do is go back to the church and see what happens. One problem I have is why let them free in Arkham Knight? Ooh, the villains that we've locked up. We didn't let them free, they escaped. Because they always escape, and Batman always puts them back as well. Riddler, yeah.
It's Batman!
Same story as before. They escape, Batman puts them away.